It's Beasley, you already know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's 3-3. You know what I'm saying? The game is tied. Hey, listen.
Go by the vote, so.
The EFB
all I'm saying is this is what I'm saying. Being in the venue and like what the fans needed to say was that it didn't translate well on the stream.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of discrepancy. You know what I mean? And it's because nobody in the building felt that that certain battles went the way the fan votes. And a lot of times it was because it was received differently. So, and then we're also hearing that the overall event yesterday was ass. We didn't get that from being.
Nah.
It was live in the moment.
It was fun.
So,
yeah.
What they need to say is it don't translate well through the stream or the audience ain't loud enough. We can't tell whatever it is. We with that, but to say the event ass or because I feel like it impacts both. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
If I can hear you better than I can hear somebody else, I'm giving them it's just.
So what was it, like an audio issue?
That's what I'm hearing. I don't know how, because I'll tell you from experience, the streams be a little jumpy.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, because what I was reading online was that they were complaining about the audience not being into it.
Oh, so they couldn't even really hear the crowd.
That's my point. So it's like,
but the crowd was wilding.
Nothing we didn't say like that.
Gotcha.
Thinking that this crowd was nuts.
Nah, this was a crazy crowd.
We didn't get that. Even with the boos, it was still the fact that the whole crowd was invested. So it wasn't one of those situations where we think, y'all just got a different battle than we saw or not. Y'all just need to admit it didn't translate well through the stream.
Yeah.
What we saw is different than what y'all saw. But I think that the voting is impacted by that. So, but we go with the votes. So ladies is tied with us 3-3. And because of that, we got to come in here and shut the building down.
What you thought about the battles?
Other battles was fire, contrary to, online consensus. Other battles was fire. I thought the event was lit. I kept telling people we missed these big stages, these rooms, and it wasn't Summer Madness and it was a vibe.
It was dope.
You know what I mean? So
it was a king versus queens.
And I was saying on another interview last night that it's feeling like it's going to be a reoccurring installment. You know what I mean? Something in URL that they do as much as Ricky versus or as much as Gnomes, And I think last night solidified that, contrary to what other people were saying.
Yeah, you had to be there, man.
It shocked me to see that, bro. It shocked me.
I didn't even really get a chance to look online to see the reviews.
Yeah, like I think you came up to me and showed me that the fans had Jazz winning the battle.
Yeah.
And that it was 3-3. And the entire building felt like it was over going into the third round.
Yeah.
And they thought Geechee had already won.
Yeah.
So it was like, Jazz, what? And it's not taking away nothing. I'm just saying the difference in perspective.
Yeah,
right? We're in there, we see it one way. If y'all are watching it, y'all see it a different way. Y'all not understanding, fuck Unc. But they don't understand a lot of the smaller parts that go into what make these big room events great.
Got you.
Like I said, judging is impacted by that. But nonetheless.
And this was the judge of public opinion, the fans and all that too. So it's like, it wasn't like a systematic judging system where, you had, people.
Which is why I say that, because you got, like I said.
But, it's
3-3. I'm going to vote for who I can hear, because their material, it's not even going to be close if I can't really hear you. So it's like people being on stage versus being in the crowd. You hear it differently.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
If you're on stage behind the person, it's hard to even really hear like that.
But you go in that crowd, it's a totally different crowd.
Yeah, it sounds better than everything. Yeah.
So those type of things, they impact the process. But like I said, I'm not one to argue the system.
Yeah.
The system of the voting that's fine.
Yeah, everybody had to deal with it on the equal playing field. So
it was. Having said that, it's 3-3.
Battle of the night last night?
That's not a question. Tay-Rock.
Okay.
That was battle of the night. I got battle of the night, Tay-Rock and Vixen. I got moment of the night. Yoshi had moment of the night.
Okay.
Even though the
rebuttal?
The rebuttal was the moment of the night. Even though it followed what I thought was going to be the moment of the night.
Gotcha.
I thought him bringing
Jesus.
I brought him. I thought that was about to be it. Like, oh moment.
But now the fact that he's not a black Jesus made it even crazy.
So, shouts to her, proud of her for that. And I tell people all the time they're supposed to take shit from these battles. There's a lot of times where we feel like y'all don't even supposed to be up here with us. But if y'all position as y'all should be and ours is you're not, y'all supposed to prove it. Show us something. And I think the whole battle rap world saw Yoshi unlock a new power. And she's gonna take that on stage with her next time you see her and you know, be even better. So that's the point of battle. Especially when you feel like you're in an uphill battle. I'm battling Clips, I'm Yoshi, it's the small room, it's the big stage. You know, Clips got advantages in these different worlds, but you're supposed to take something from that. You know what I mean? You're supposed to take something from that, and you gotta and build with it and grow and take that to the next time you get into a bout. And we saw her do that. So I think she had the moment of the night.
Body of the night.
No, I want to say the body of the night was Verb. I want to say it, but I'll say it was Jack and Flames because even though I thought Verb got cooked, I also don't think he had a fair shake.
Okay. And Verb said that too. He said, if you start booing me on my first line, then it's like fuck me from jump. So it's like.
Now, don't get me wrong. The line was kind of.
He said, I am a grinder?
Yeah, bro, like, what are you talking about? But the point of it was, no reaction is a bad reaction. You know what I mean? So y'all don't have to boo him. Y'all can literally just go.
Don't say nothing.
And that's the same thing. You know what I mean? Silence is golden.
Yeah.
So I feel like that because they went the direction that they did go, they didn't get a fair shake. It's one thing to rap through people not fucking with it, but it's hard to rap through people not wanting to hear it. They booing you because they don't want you to rap. That's a different fight. So, you know, I think he lost the battle material-wise. But I also believe...
They liked him for a little portion of his third a little bit when he started violating her and shit like that and talking crazy.
They wanted to see 3 rounds of.
Gotcha.
I don't know if he understands that or not, but that's what they want to see 3 rounds of.
It's him really just...
That's why they want the battle. So but when they book these girls, they want to see that because these niggas are... You know, they say things online and they push the battles. They make niggas want to see the battle. Verb is one of them people. The niggas said Kings vs. Queens, niggas automatically thought of her. Rightfully so. But you gotta go in there, and represent. But I will agree he didn't get a fair shake. I don't think he got a fair shake.
And lastly, champion of the night. Who is walking away with that extra money? Who was the outstanding battle of the night?
Performance.
The champion of the night, the
Flames.
You're giving her the bag. Flames walking away with the bag. Okay.
If you would give Flames any award in battle rap, it would be most improved player.
Gotcha.
Right? Not rookie of the year. She been here, but in my position, where she didn't get enough respect in the first place, and you see her now is a totally different level than what we saw previously. And not to mention the performance she gave. Like, a lot of people speculate they wrote together or they're married and all this other shit. And he let her. Oh, that's bullshit. It is what it is. All I'm saying is you still got to get on the stage and perform. You know what I mean? And for her to get a 3-0 halfway in her, or for her to get a 3-0 chant halfway in her second round, that's an elite performance. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I will give it to her.
Okay, because I've seen a lot of people have been giving it the clip, so you're the first one to say Lady Flames. I like that.
I will give it to Flames because for me, it's more of a accomplishment award. Like, who's not expecting Clips to go in there and dog?
Okay, I got you.
And you know what I mean? Even if it's, you know, it was Clips in typical Clips fashion.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, there's no way to be. Like, Yoshi's rebuttal was literally the momentum snatcher to beat that crazy ass round. But she didn't follow up.
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
But she had that. She literally took the momentum back with one haymaker.
Yeah. So
it's like things like that it goes to show why, well, you know, the Clips gonna rock the room. Because he Clips gonna rock any motherfucking room. So when that bitch go crazy and that bitch start wilding out, it's Clips.
Yeah, that's what the fuck you do.
And it's kind of a crutch. You know, it's a gift and a curse. It's just like, how can you win performer of the night if they always expect you
Yeah.
to focus because you always.
Yeah.
But I think the shock element goes into it a little bit. The uphill battle, you know, a lot of people would argue that Clips was supposed to do that.
Yeah, and you know what was one funny thing Clip said too? Clip said the fact that everybody got him winning can be a downer, but he said the fact that they expect me to be good is like the motivation to be even crazier than what they expect from me. And I'm like, to do that is like, you're a different type of dude to even be thinking like that.
I agree with that. Because I'll see polls where the percentages in my favor like 80%. And I'll look at that and go, oh, I have to kill this motherfucker. I have to. Don't think I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
I have to.
There's no way around it.
I have to meet the expectations.
1000%.
That's crazy. Exceed them. That's fire. That's the heart of a champion, heart of a warrior. You know what I'm saying?
We come out here to get in the field and rumble. Like, everything everybody else doing is all good beans. It's cool, good money. But we out here to rumble. So if a nigga not taking rep, you can't put yourself up here where we at. Like, you can't claim certain shit that we claim when it comes to getting in the field and rumble. We know Clips rumble. So Clips take a wild approach and be like, man, since they think I'm gonna win, I'm gonna really win. Hey, whatever can honestly get a motherfucker motivated to go, I'm with it all. I'm with it all. Niggas say Mike used to make up shit.
Yeah.
You know, hey,
like nigga talked about my daughter yesterday, son.
If it motivates
dropping 50 on him.
Go to work. You feel me? That's the spirit I come in every time. It's like, hey, if you feel like I'm gonna do it, then I have to. If you don't think I'm gonna do it, then I'm going to. It's you know, everything can be used as motivation. You gotta know how to put it in that light.